Hi, I'm Varishka with Rose Yoga, tapping into heart courage, and I am going to be facilitating the emotional freedoms technique portion of our retreat at Healing Waters in Weed, California, near Mount Shasta. And just wanted to chat today about the reason why it is important to gather together and actually pencil yourself in and commit to a situation where you're going to work on some dedicated themes of trauma, resistance, blocks that have yet to reveal themselves in your body that are holding you back, creating patterns where we create the same cycles in our life. And we can talk about change or read books, but it's not until we actually apply the techniques and do the dedicated work, like seeing a counselor or, booking the appointment with a doctor, that we actually show up for ourselves. It's harder to do the self-applied work. And so that's why it is important to join a container, that is dedicated with intention for a cellular revolution. And I've been in the healing arts for over 30 years, and nothing has quite come close to emotional freedom technique for me. And that's why I am sharing this method, because I'm in my crone stage. I'm over 50 plus at this time in my life. And I used to take it really personally that women don't want to work on their physical pain or their sexual abuse trauma or just childhood trauma or violations, and the way that pain shows up chronically in our bodies, because our body remembers. And so I used to take it really personally that people didn't want to work on their painful stuff or talk about it and be free of menstrual cramps, migraines, allergies to mold, debilitating chronic pain. I had 10 years of debilitating back pain, sacrum problems. I thought that would be the rest of my life. So at this stage, I've been 12 years free of physical pain, 4 years clear of allergies to mold, 4 years clear of my migraine headaches. Um, so, and the last 10 years of my moon cycle, I had zero cramps. When my whole life, I always had to take ibuprofen the first day of my cycle, because that is what we agree to as women based on our mimicry. So all of this to say that I will be hosting 3 dedicated tapping sessions and circles with the women there. And this is where we get a lot of bang for our buck, because other people in the circle might bring things to the table that you have the same feelings about things in your past, except you're not um, you can't identify them yet. So someone is identifying it for you in a way. So we kind of bring up and fill in the gaps for each other. And that's why it's beautiful to come together in circle to see that we're not alone with these deep, dark secrets. And we have the ability to have empathy and compassion for someone across from us that's sharing their pain. And we're like, oh, we don't blame you, or you shouldn't feel guilty or ashamed about that. And so we have this generosity of spirit toward others that we would never have toward ourselves. And so in listening and resonating, and as we tap and breathe together, we come back to a state of neutrality. And so when I learned about EFT and started applying it to my life and my trauma that I didn't even know I had, it was palpable when I cleared the root cause incident and my feelings and beliefs about them. each time I could literally check that off the list and it would change in my body noticeably. Like there was a time I lived with PTSD, and then there was an EFT session, and then there was an afterlife. And it is permanent. Sometimes we can have different aspects that show up from traumatic events, but they will reveal themselves in time. But for shock and trauma, tapping has been one of the most profound and instantly cellular changing experiences. And I, even though I'm a Leo, I don't tend to talk about it a lot. That I had fibromyalgia from when I was about 16 to my early 40s, and I finally cleared it with internal EFT dialogue, hot yoga, and only for a few weeks, and it disappeared permanently, including my back pain and joint pain, stiff neck, etc. So I just wanted to bring up that, trying not to brag, but when you face the painful things and actually add love and acceptance to it, I mean, the beautiful part about the creator of emotional freedom technique, Gary Craig, he's was an engineer, is that it's about creating peace in the body, thus the mind. And so it's having a dialogue. And that's why I like to call it changing your mind and your body, because we are regenerating the information that was planted there since we were born, what we mimicked from our family. So a lot of the conditions that we suffer from, the pain in our society, is literally through mimicry, because we listen to our mother and father, we see what our mother goes through during her menstrual cycle, we see and hear what our peers say in school. So we just adapt and expect. And my hormones are all balanced at this point. My blood work comes out good, and I can only attribute it to the core beliefs that I have tapped into and changed. Like, I'm not tapping every day. It probably would serve me. I'm not even tapping weekly on my life. And yet I'm here to say that one session could change your life, because that's what happened to me, from my migraines to my allergy of mold that was debilitating to me for 6 years. And it literally, once I got to the root cause of it, of the memory of it, it shifted so quickly. And so it occurs like it is a miracle. And so that's why I do like to think of this as miraculous work, because it's just about identifying the feelings and speaking the words where our body is listening. So even if you've never done it before, you don't have to believe in it for it to work. And I'm just sharing this because it's quite profound of how much shift can happen and without side effects. It's like we're coming into a peaceful state in our body, and we're clearing up disk space. So there is more room to process. And it is like we're putting a new system, upgraded system in our nervous system. And that's why I'm really excited about this work. And sometimes, on the note of taking things personally, sometimes we just don't believe that certain things can heal. Like, I didn't believe forever that I could tap on allergies, until I was so sick, literally sick and tired of being allergic to mold. And I had so much extra weight on my body that wasn't budging, fatigue, brain fog, all of those things. And just having my energy back and my body shifted. And it's just like having your life back, not to ever be nauseous anymore. I think I'm going on, well, now 2 years of no nausea, when it was like most of my adult life, nausea. So I'm just really here to express to you how grateful I am to have a list of permanent things that shifted after only one time tapping on these particular issues. So I wanted to give people hope. And the beauty of joining a retreat is that we might not ever give ourselves access to gathering in circle and saying, hey, I am committing to getting this job done right now. This body, mind, spirit job that maybe at home, I'm not going to watch online courses and dedicate myself to this to be sure that I clear this XYZ pain. So, what if we mimicked each other and witnessed each other upgrading and choosing to free up our life force, to live in peace, to live in our vitality, to regain wellness, or regain balance in body, mind, spirit. Whatever we believe, the body will follow. So that's what I'm excited in bringing this piece to you and just reiterating, you can't pay for health. You can't really pay for being pain-free or needing to take certain pills to feel a certain way. So I'd just like to say that, yes, I'm a poster child right now that EFT has helped me be pain-free in so many areas of my life. And I want that for other women. I always like to say to women, like, you don't have to have menstrual cramps. But in my experience, people don't really do anything about it until they are literally sick and tired of doing the same thing. So just wanted to inspire that and welcome people to really value committing to something that has so much intention for radical transformation in the best way possible. And when I say transformation, what I'm really valuing is the space of the miracles to occur. The space of like undramatically coming into a state of neutrality that might feel foreign to our minds, foreign even to our persona, of like being in a place of nothing is wrong. And that's the state of neutrality. It doesn't mean you don't care, but it puts you in more of a resourceful observer standpoint in your life and everyone else's around you, not taking everything so personal. And that's the beauty of tapping. And there are many scientific examples that have been cited through like Bruce Lipton and Gary Craig, where a group of people came to anxious people and stressed out people came to an EFT workshop on a weekend, and on a Friday they were tested and measured the level of anxiety. Then they did the tapping and then tested that they were, at neutral, and then they tested again at the end of the weekend and they were still at neutral. So that's just like an example of clearing a fundamental experience in your life and then checking in a month later, 6 months later, a year later, and realizing, wow, I still feel neutral about that situation that used to bring me to tears when I'd remember it. And for me, that measuring benchmark is my body of like, wow, I love that I haven't had a migraine in 4 or 5 years. I love that I'm not sneezing and rubbing my eyes anymore the moment I like take a whiff of mold and feel just like falling over and dying and victim mentality. So I'm just excited and inviting you to think about, what's at stake when committing to something, even that it's a high-end ticket to join. And yet it's like, well, if you want to go be a lawyer or do some kind of study, you're going to invest in yourself. So it's more like we take things more serious when we make a dedicated space time and we're seeing other people step up and putting themselves first to want to join a container that really means business. So how can you put a price really on being completely free of PMS for the rest of your life? Is that worth it? To being pain-free in your body, to have beliefs that are neutralized, things that we've mimicked and unveiling, revealing that it was me all along, the thing that we believed or bought into. So, yeah, it is an inside job, and no one else is going to fix it for you, the changing your mind and your body, not your therapist, not your doctor, not your counselor. And that's the power of EFT, that you yourself are saying the word. I'm just being a mirror and holding space, but you're the one that's going to connect to your body, your feelings, your history, so that we can free that up to create the life that you want, to be more at peace, to trust your future. So I was thinking about doing a little bit of a tapping around uh, the unknown and uncertainty, because I think our minds always want to be certain of things. And I think that's the least that people are getting these days, of like everything being up in the air. So let's tap into being a little more in trust. So here we go. Repeat after me. Even though I'm uncertain about what's going on in my life, I love and appreciate myself and my path just as it is right now. Take a deep breath. Even though I feel totally out of control, what is going on in the universe right now? I'm not sure who to trust. I don't trust myself with decisions. I need to ask Google, but Google doesn't know. Google is just secondhand news. So afraid of making the wrong decision. I love and forgive myself. I'm open to trusting myself and my innate wisdom right here, right now. Take a deep breath. Across the chest, another sore spot. I am safe to release this fear of being out of control or something else controlling my future. This fear of change. I am so, so sorry. We are in a new time. My parents didn't have to deal with these things. And part of me is so freaked out. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How should I be? I love and accept myself deeply and profoundly, even with this fear. Take a deep breath. And then start tapping. This uncertainty of my future. Who does this belong to? This fear and panic. I'm going to make the wrong decision. I've failed in the past. I've paid for my mistakes. Don't want to do it again. I love and forgive myself for feeling out of control and wanting someone else to take over. Clearing. Tap on the tummy. Take a deep breath. I am safe to trade in this fear for confident safety. I trust my innate wisdom. I trust the universe to have my highest good in mind. Take a deep breath. Top of the head. I love and accept myself, and I'm choosing to trust the mystery of life. I've made it this far. Yes, there's been some bumps, but I'm opening to my best life ever. I am ready and safe to welcome and identify my fuck yeah life. What would it feel like for me to know on a cellular level that I am taken care of just like a baby? What if I am my best parent? So tell me, what if I know more than I think I know? What if it's safe for me to wait? What if I release all pressure to know? I'm open to trusting divine timing. I'm open to feeling safe in my gut, to know things on a gut level. Good job. Take a deep breath. I am safe to release this disempowerment now. I forgive those parts of me that have given my power away to perceived authority. I'm so, so sorry. I forgive myself for being afraid of my mother and father. I'm open to forgiving them for making me feel less than, small, stupid, and powerless. What if it's my only job to be my best parent now? What if I can be a divinely inspired parent? I'm open to that. What if it's safe for me to be pain-free on every level? In the tummy, I love and accept myself, even with any pain stories I've been perpetuating. It's okay. I'm allowing this pain to be here for as long as it truly serves me. In the meantime, I'm open to being in my ultimate wellness in body, mind, and spirit. Safe to release this uncertainty now. Safe to release the self-doubt. Safe to release this original pain, the fear of being me. I am so, so sorry. What will it take for me to accept myself more fully and embrace my life in a beautiful way now? I can do this. I am doing this. I love and accept all parts of me now. Take a deep breath. Put our fingertips together and say, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am excited to go deep with you and to witness others change their life on a cellular level because I did it. Part of me still can't believe it. To be pain-free, moving boxes all day long. I just shifted my storage of 10 years and had to haul things for a few days. And I can move heavy boxes all day and not even feel it the next day. I mean, that blows my mind. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm so excited to already meet amazing women that will have a fuck yeah life without pain in their future self lives. So, sending lots of aloha and tap with you soon. And on another note, I just wanted to say that I am so honored and privileged to be holding a retreat with Zsuzsi Evans, an incredible human design analyst. I have been exposed to human design since 2012. It really was a game changer for me, finding out that I'm a mental projector. And a lot of it I didn't understand, but yet I recognized my make and model and how the being able to follow your strategy and authority, how it really served me to do that. Because I could trace my life and see where I'd been successful in the past, and it was so completely true. And I tried to learn more. I tried to connect with other people. I never really truly found a teacher. I had several readings that were pretty identical, uh, nothing too groundbreaking. But meeting Zsuzsi, like literally 12 years later, her voice, her explanation, her connection to it has been like a fresh breath of air for me over and over and over. Like I'm totally amazed at the type of channel she is, the way she looks through a lens of self-love, which, EFT is all about, the self-love and acceptance. So it's such a perfect marriage of the different flavors that we're bringing and combining and adding our gifts and knowledge in a way that might just rock your world in a way that is fundamentally life-changing. And so that you can get on and to share your gifts and your superpowers. And, we're just like different mechanics that are just like, changing some things out and tightening some nuts and bolts so that you can, you know, lose your lack of self-confidence. And really, we talk about power and empowerment, but there is such beauty and peace to just really drop the facade of mimicry and be who you are. And to me, human design is much about the mind part, giving us the information we need to grok, to change some things, to have insight. The EFT is like the body mind thing to really like address the body and, take the mask off of the bad guy and like be on board of being your own detective so that you can change your nervous system to regain your life force and be more resourceful. And our wonderful Jana bringing in the pieces of sound healing and of the crystals. It's like that's bringing in the support of like the crystal kingdom and it's like the devas and the elementals and music has been the soundtrack of my life. Maybe many of you can, it was like my babysitter since I was 5. And so music has been like a constant companion, but to bring in and create a new relationship to the sensitivity of sound and the vibration it's actually bringing to your chakras, to your heart, like the frequencies that are actually beneficial for us rather than damaging and almost like addiction creating. So the value of sound healing has grown and grown for myself in the last several years. So to have a seasoned, intuitive, just incredible, magical being as Jana being the channel for that, I couldn't be more lucky or fortunate to pair with Zsuzsi and Jana and have like this holistic experience. Plus, we're going to add in some booty yoga that you can put in your pocket and take with you. Just like when we're changing our lives and changing our minds and having new awakenings and awarenesses, we need to embody it. And booty yoga creates a space of spirals in our body where it is like, welcome to your spaceship. This is your spaceship. Like, we're the mechanics, but yet we're going to give you the tools to fuel your personal spaceship. Like, how are you going to deck it out? Who are you letting into your spaceship? How do you want yours to look? So it's going to be playful, supportive, amazing. And I just cannot wait for you to really take this leap of faith, to put yourself in a different situation, surrounded by nature, to give you this permission pass for miracles in your life. So sending a big aloha and a welcome that whatever you thought is possible could be actual. So from possible to actual. What if this is an event like there's a before and then there is you after the retreat? Like these benchmarks that come into our life. And I feel like this is one of those benchmarks that I know that that's the space we're holding for these miracles. So I can't wait to hug you heart to heart and make new lifelong sisters, because that's what's going to happen. So I kind of double dare you to commit to your heart and soul, because this life is short and there's no time to play like now.